Hello everyone, my name is Tracy Elliott, and today we'll be walking you through how to play Magic. Well, pretty much, I'm going to be walking you through a game of Magic. So, you start off by having 20 health to the right, that's my left, so there will be that. I got a pencil ready in case I need to do math here. So, in case you're wondering why there hasn't been any videos, I haven't gotten a chance to record. I don't really have a place to. In fact, you probably will hear stuff in the background, which, sorry, nothing I can do about that. But, anyways, let's walk you through a game of Magic. So, we're gonna start by rolling a 20-sided die here. First, we're gonna go left. So, left got 15, so next is going to be right, and then we see it starts off with 10. So pretty much that decides who goes first. So we're gonna draw, that's 5, right? 5, 6, 7. We're gonna draw 7. And then we're gonna look at our hand, which I have already done, and if you don't like your hand, you can pretty much take it, put them at the bottom of your deck, and then draw again. Draw 6, you draw 1 less every time. You don't want to actually pass 4, so you want to stick with 4 cards if you do that so many times. I think this hand's good. I got an enchantment, in case he gets any creatures out. I got a negative 2/2 if I sacrifice a creature, it's a 5/5. I got a 5/5 Death Touch, will take 6 mana. And then I got 2, so I'm gonna keep hand. We're gonna get into mana a little bit, but first, we're gonna draw 7 again for the other side, and then we're gonna look. I got a 2/2. Got another 2/2, got 3 lands, I got a 3, and then I got a negative 2/2, or, yeah, enchantment. So, I like this hand. Gonna be honest, it could be better, but for the most part, I do like this. So, yeah. So, we're also going to keep. Now, I really wish I had no player here, but, well, I don't. So we're going to have to work with what we got. So the first player, which is this one, which is the left, will start off by placing a land. So mana is land, land is mana. This is how you're going to summon out creatures with the summoning cost right here. It takes 2, 1 green, 1 other. So this circle, this gray circle with a number means any other one. So it can be a green, black, green, a red, green. It doesn't matter. So we're going to start by playing land right there. And then we're going to pass the turn. In case you don't know the order and how it goes, here's a quick glance at a card. And also during the combat phase, this is the steps as well. So there's that. So it's our turn. Since we have an enchantment, he hasn't played a creature, so we're gonna start by playing this gate right here. Now, the gate's name is that. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but essentially, enter the battlefield tapped. So in case you don't know what that means, it entered the battlefield sideways. So there's that, and then we're gonna draw, which I don't think I actually did for this guy. No, I didn't. So we're gonna draw. That's a very powerful card right there, and that's also very good. In case you don't know what's on my right, I'm using this type of deck. It's the Varenska Planeswalker deck. You can go to Walmart and get it for about $12 at the price. It gets you a 60 card deck, a deck box and then 2 15 card booster pack, which is very nice. So it's currently his turn. He didn't play anything, so we're gonna play Swamp, and we're gonna tap 2 to summon out a cat, which is a 1/3. When it dies, I draw a card, which is very useful. So, in case you're wondering about the left one, I made this with some of the spare cards I had. So now it's the other person's turn. You want to untap first, as you saw, and then you're gonna draw. That's a 4. When I cast a creature spell, draw a card, which is essentially you summon out a creature. Okay, so he has a 1/3. So we're gonna play a Swamp out, and he has a 1/3. We could do this now. That will guarantee us a land card next draw. But I'd rather get this guy out, because if I tap 2 and tap him, I gain 2. So we're gonna play that, and it doesn't actually have enough to kill me in terms of attack power. So we want to do that. Now, usually you have it spaced out a little more. But we're going to have to work with this because I don't actually have a camera. I'm still recording with my phone. That's the card I drew. And now we'll draw for this turn. This is a draw. Okay, this card, I don't want to actually do that yet. I'd rather do that when I have low hand size. So, the big thing is, he doesn't realize we have an instant. We don't have enough to summon out anything, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna talk about instants as soon as he untaps and draws. So, we gotta land anyways, so it doesn't matter. So, we're gonna place that down. That gives us 3. So, we're gonna summon, that takes 6, so we're gonna summon out this guy, which when he dies, gain a 1/1 counter to a creature, which is pretty useful. Not the best, not the worst, so what we might do is attack next turn. But then, in response to us summoning a creature, he's going to play this instant, which requires 2, 1 swamp and 1 other. So, even though a creature didn't die, it's still -2 until end of turn. So, the big thing is, we have 2/2. So, the priority is this one right here, because I can gain life every turn if wished. Now, usually, if you had a counter spell, you'll tap your mana and then play it over that. But we don't. So, namely, this card now goes to the grave, and this card now also goes to the grave, which are going to be off camera, so sorry about that. And we're probably going to have to combine that to that, so we're going to have a little more room. So, there's that. So, it's still our turn. We can't do anything else, so we're going to have to pass it. So, he untaps his, and then he draws. So, play another land. So, that's 4. So, we have a little options here. We can do this one, which gains 2/2 until end of turn, which is not a bad idea. So we're tapping 4, we're playing him, and then we're going to enter combat. So this guy gets 2/2, which makes him a 3/5. A 3/5. So we're going to attack, which means he taps. When a creature's tapped, it can't block until its next turn. So it's rather we take 3 or we kill the creature. we're gonna actually take 3. So, namely, we're down 17. Some people may have blocked that, but since it's not a trade, I'm not bothering. So, the big reason we wanted to do that is to hold our hand upside down, clearly. The reason I wanted to do that is because we can enter that out. Then we can enchant his creature for -2/2, which will drop him down to 1/1. Then we're going to attack. So now he's out of position. Does he want to kill that creature or take 3? He's going to take... he's going to kill his creature. I don't know what I'm saying. So, now it's the second main phase after combat. And we have this guy. We have this. So, we gotta tap 1 swamp, 1 forest to play it. When it's played, we take what? What's this effect again? Okay, top 3. So we have to draw 3. These 3 go to the grave. Unless I have... So, I have a land, so it goes at the top of the deck. These 2 go to the grave, which is bad because this guy actually dies. We could have used him to heal. Oh well. But that gives us a 3/1 creature, and now it's his turn. So he's gonna draw. This guy has a very interesting effect, which is good. So we're gonna look. We have 4. So we have to pretty much figure out what we're gonna do here. We have 4. Could get 2. That might be an option. So I'm gonna summon out the Skeleton Warrior because of the mere fact you can tap 3 to gain Indestructible, which is pretty good in this game. Hopefully, I don't know. So we're gonna tap that. Now it's rather he's gonna trade. So now we have to think, do we want to go to combat? Which honestly I should tap the right land. Oops. Okay, so honestly it doesn't matter, so we're not, and we're gonna pass it to the other guy. So we tap 2, we're gonna get a land here, and that pretty much guarantees us a forest. So we have 5. That requires 6. We might just get him out, even though it's not really... That's not really a good idea because we don't have any creatures to play. But it's better than nothing, so we're gonna use this gate as a forest, and then we're gonna have to tap 2 swamps to play him every time. Oh yeah, he untaps, by the way. Gotta remember to do that. So now we're gonna do a little pressuring, which is essentially we're gonna attack him for 6. Keep in mind, you don't attack creatures, you attack players. So with that in mind, it's rather he blocks or he takes 6. There isn't a really good idea to take 6, so instead he's going to block. He's going to block that one. He's going to block the other one. So, creature clash at the same time. These 2 die, and my 2 die. He gets to draw a card due to him. Okay, that's the card we got. But I can activate my monster's effect. Remember, when he dies, I get a +1/+1. which pretty much just means you get a little piece of paper or something like that and put it on him. So now he's a 3/3. Keep in mind, this deck is meant for trading. So pretty much killing off his creatures and killing yours. So now it's his turn. He's gonna draw and play a land. And I believe we have enough for that 5/5 Death Touch. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we don't. That takes 6. My bad. We don't really have that many things to play. So we're gonna pretty much ruin his day here. This might be a good idea for now, but probably not. So essentially what we're doing, we're tapping 3 to play this sorcery. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and that player discards that card. So we're gonna play. We don't have a counter for that. So we reveal our hand to him. Since he can't actually choose this land, he has to choose our sorcery. Which is bad, because that's how we were gonna get our Planeswalker out. So that's bad for us. He has 2 left. He can't do anything. So that card goes to the grave, and it's our turn. So we're untapping, and we're gonna draw another forest. We're gonna enter the battlefield with that card tapped. Since we don't really have anything to do, we're gonna hit him for 3. Oh, my bad. This creature's a 4/3. Oops, I didn't realize that. Making the health pretty much tied now. So we're gonna tap that, and we're gonna draw. This is a... Wait. Doing up, keep a 2. Okay, my bad. So, this is good for the most part. The big reason is... Okay, so the big reason is he doesn't have any flying out, and this is a 3/3 creature. So that can pretty much block his. So it requires 2. That's a forest. So it requires 2 and 1 other. So you might realize I'm playing with some older cards here. So now we have a 3/3 flyer. So pretty much, if you don't know what flying is, it pretty much goes over all the other creatures and hit the player directly. Unless they have a flying, so they clash in the air. Or a creature that has flying or a creature that has reach, so it can pull it down. That's pretty much how you counter flying. So now it's our turn. And we get to draw a card. Ooh, so that's pretty helpful now. So we're gonna summon out that. That's gonna take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's pretty much 5. Right then and there, that's 5. Since we played a creature spell, we get to draw a card due to his effect, and it's another land. Since we already played land, we can't really do anything. So now we're going to attack. Because remember, this is a 4/3, not a 3/3. So now, do we take 3? Honestly, I'd rather take the 3 and drop us down to 14 than killing off my only creature. So now we're untapping, and then we draw. So we have to pay 2, so we don't get rid of him. And that's our 2 swamps too. So that's pretty bad. So now we're gonna have to we can't attack him. That's the thing, because he has a bigger creature. It doesn't have reach, but if we're going to try to outpace him in terms of damaging, we're going to lose. Well, the left side's going to lose. So, we can't do that. Instead, we're going to have to pass the turn over to him. What that means, everyone untaps. I currently lost my counter. There we go. And then we're going to draw. Ooh, this card's good because of whatever that is. Its ability, essentially, this creature can't be blocked except by 2 creatures or more, which is very good. Very, very good. So we're going to play that. We're going to have to tap 1 swamp and then 2 forests to play them. And due to our card's effect, we get to draw another card, which is a land again. So now we're going to attack with a 4-5 and then a 3-4. So we're going to block his 4-5, so we're taking another 3. Which means 11. Which means we're down to 11, which is bad. So we're going to tap 2, and then we're going to draw. And we got another 4. Since we don't have any creatures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we have 6 land now, we can tap, and summon a 5/5 Death Touch. In case you're wondering, he doesn't have anything that deals 5 damage, so that's very good. Even if he has 5 more toughness, it will still die due to Death Touch. So we're going to pass it now. Everything untaps. And then we get to draw another card, which is another Swamp Yippee. We're going to play 1 land. We're going to attack with this guy because he doesn't have a second creature, so he can't block it. So namely, the left side is down to 9 due to taking 2. But now it's his turn. So he's going to draw, and takes 5 to summon out with Life Link. Deals damage by the creature, also causes you to gain that much life. This is very useful at this situation. So we're going to summon him out, which is a 3/4. I have a 5/5 and a 3/4. We're not going to block, so we're going to untap with the right, and then we're going to draw. We got another one of these guys, which could be helpful. If we're going to be honest here, no, he actually isn't, because he can just heal off the damage, due to blocking the other one, so. Okay, so pretty much he's useful for this guy's effect. So we're going to place him out all the way over there. And we get to draw another card, and it's another swamp. Deja vu. Okay, so essentially, we could attack with a majority of our creatures, but that would be a dumb idea. Due to the mere fact we don't have anything strong enough to take on that 5/5 Death Touch. So, we're not bothering. He's gonna untap and draw a card. Which, he got weakened, so that's actually very useful in this situation. Actually, yeah, for the most part it is. In case you don't know what weaken does, enchantment creature gets -2, -1, so it's a good card for the most part. So essentially, we're gonna play 2. We're gonna tap 2 here, tapping 2 swamps to give this guy 4/5, and whenever this creature dies, he returns back to my hand. So that's now 4/5, and then we're gonna pretty much make that guy an only block. Okay, actually, we're gonna make this guy an only blocker. So now he has a -2, which brings him down to 0, and a 2. So he's a 0/2 essentially, and it's back to our turn. So, we're gonna draw now. And we got another one of these. Really? Ugh. Okay, so we're gonna play down a swamp. We're gonna tap 3. Just so we can play down this guy. We're running out of room. So now we get to draw. I was gonna say Deja Vu again, but we draw first. Man, oh well. So now it's his turn. Yes, this video is gonna go on for quite a while, which Magic tends to be a long card game. One creature card, one land card. Since we don't really have any, well, the left side doesn't have really any good cards here, and he's in a fairly good board position, probably not the best. We're gonna activate this, so it's an instant. Target player, it's gonna be him. He draws 3. And he can keep 2. What? Instead of keeping the land, which we're gonna keep these 2. But now he takes 2. Dropping him down to 7. But now we have a way of dealing with some of these creatures. Because we can tap only swamp and tap 1 forest to get this creature -2, -2. And that actually gains us the 2 damage. So now the left is back up to 9. This creature dies. So now it's his turn, essentially. We're gonna untap and then we're gonna draw. Okay, so we got this card again, which I don't know how useful this card will be. Ugh. That's the big issue, yeah. So we're probably just gonna summon it out just to activate this guy's effect to draw. And now that person's effect activates, so now we look at these 3. Okay, looking at these 3, there is no land, so therefore we pretty much just sort of killed these guys off, which is bad because we could have used that bat. Ugh. Oh well. So now it's pretty much the question, who has the more patience? Since this video is getting kind of long, we're gonna do a pretty... The big thing is, it's bad to attack because of that lifelink and that 5/5 death touch, so we really are just going to pass the turn. He's gonna draw. He's got a 2/2. Doesn't really mean anything at this point. Oh yeah, I forgot to untap. Oops. Okay. I want to tap 2. Which of these? 3. Tap 3. To pretty much do this. Here's the thing. Now we're in a very good position. The left side is. Why not attack with him? So that's a 5/4 coming at us. We're gonna block with these 2. So these guys are gonna clash. So he heals back up to 13. Our 2 creatures die. His creature returns to his hand due to the enchantment. So it's our turn now. We have all this land, but nothing to do with it. Just give me. Ugh, my bad. Play another forest. And we're gonna have to pass turn. We can't do anything. Oh, we could. We could attack, but that's stupid. Oh, I should explain this card really quick. It's a field enchantment at the end of any turn. If there are no creatures in play, this card, for every swamp, deals 1 damage to all creatures and players. So this is more of a board wipe spell, essentially. But we're gonna summon out him again. There's 4. There's 1, there's 4, we have 2 left. Can't really do anything. He gets his creature. And then you're gonna pass it over to us. So we're gonna draw. Oh, thank you. So this creature isn't gonna really turn the tide of battle. Well, he might. That's a 6/4. If we do that. There's a 5/5 Duck Touch. That's a big issue here. I mean, yeah, we can trade. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So what's happened to? Why don't I do that? So now, since that creature enters the battlefield, we're going to pick another creature to give a... excuse me. To give a 1/1 counter to. We're going to do a 4/5, who makes him a 5/6. We'll also be playing a forest again, because we haven't yet. So we're going to attack with a now 5/6. So now he has to make a choice. Kill his 0/5 defender, destroy his 2/2, 3/4, or 5/5. Now the good idea is going to block with a 5/5, because they're gonna trade, which really, it does actually mean good things for the long run. So they're gonna trade, because of Death Touch my creature dies also. So now it's his turn. Oh, due to him being summoned, we actually draw a card again. Target creature I control fights another creature. So, yeah, that's actually not bad in the slightest. So, he's gonna tap him, he's gonna draw. We enter 1 plane. Nothing really to summon. We don't want to attack, so we in turn, he draws.